What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always clicking on the videos. Well, I don't know if you always click on the videos, but at least on this one you did. So thank you for being here on this wonderful Friday night that it is for me, not for you, but myself. It is 8:11 on a Friday PM, and I hope that you guys have had a good week. I've had a decent week. You know, the typical, you work and you come home and you relax, and then in a sense, not a literal sense, but in a way, I come back for work, which is also kind of play, you know? And speaking of play, we're going to listen to John Foxx. We're going to listen to his track Underpass. This is off of the album Metamatic, which was released in 1980. Now, John Foxx is the original lead singer of, I almost said Vienna, of Ultravox, which we've only listened to a very little bit from, but I've always been goaded, for lack of a better word, to listen to some more. Specifically the albums with John Foxx on the vocals. So maybe at some point we'll get to that. But for now, we're going to listen to this track because it was recommended by quite a few of you. It's recommended by Andy James. You also have two first names. That's funny. Drink Your Tea, in which I do drink tea maybe once a week because mostly it's coffee. Maybe once or twice a week, depending on the night. AK, which for some reason, when I said AK, I almost went... Gale TV. So thank you, guys, for the recommendation. Without further ado, let's go ahead and just let the music play. We'll speak about it afterwards. We'll have ourselves a little discussion, if you will. And besides that, let's go. Underpass, John Foxx. Ba-boom. Sorry, sorry. I went to go stop the music and I hit my elbow on the table. Completely not what I was expecting at all. Like totally different, which is why it caught me so off guard in the beginning because I wasn't expecting like a synth pop song. I don't know what I was expecting, but not a synth pop song. So in the beginning and for the first probably 30 or so seconds, it took me a little bit to warm up to it just because I wasn't expecting to get that. You know, I ordered a Coke when I went to the drive-thru and I started drinking and it was water. So like my initial reaction was, whoa, this is what I ordered. But at the same time, I like to drink water, you know? So like it's a good trade-off. Okay. By like a little bit in, once I acclimated myself to it and once I knew what kind of taste to expect, I really enjoyed that. Really like the production on it, especially like it is cold and mechanical in a sense, not like Kraftwerk, even though of course I'm not saying that in a bad way, like Kraftwerk is bad or mechanical, but they're kind of robotic, right? That's kind of the thing. So the music here has a similar path while not to the same ends. It is a little cold, just talking about the synth and the drum machine and everything. It is a little mechanical, but where's the warmth? Where does that come from? To me, it comes from his voice, the direction in the way he delivers the music, and then from the little bits of synth work that we get near the end that kind of raise the curtain on the show, so to speak, so we can see the lights begin to rise. We do have the synths that are kind of cutting through, of course, that create the main melody of the song, but it's when those end results come that's when it kind of enlivens a little bit. Can I tell you, this is going to be a very far-fetched comparison, okay? And I know it's going to sound weird. Listen, everyone's brain is wired a little bit differently. This track actually reminded me of a more synth pop and electronic version in a sense. Like I said, it's not a one-to-one comparison. As a matter of fact, it's like an A to Blue comparison. It reminded me of The Art of Parties by Japan. Not so much, of course, in the sounds and the vocals, nothing at all, but more in the structure of the music. Specifically here of John Foxx, there's a moment in the verse right before it gets to the chorus when the drum speeds up and it goes and then it goes back into its rhythm. And during that sped up part, sometimes Foxx sings a few lines. In The Art of Parties, David Sylvian does a similar thing right before the chorus when he says, "When we were young." In that part, like there's some sort of similarity between the pre-choruses in both of the songs. And just because of that, I think I'm getting a little bit of... Maybe that was just my reach to talk about Japan and David Sylvian. Maybe. I don't know. I like the song, though. Either way, I really like the song, and I really like the pop on those drums. Listen, give me a big bass, and I cannot resist. You know, I like big bass, and I cannot lie. Oh, standing in the dark, watching you glow, lifting a receiver, nobody I know. Underpass, underpass. Well, I used to remember, now it's all gone. World War something, we were somebody's sons. Underpass, underpass. Over all the bridges, echoes in rows, talking all or at the same time. Click, click, drone. So, the imagery that I get, just because of what he's saying, is someone standing in the rain under an underpass, perhaps trying to reach someone on a phone, like at a booth. Remember when those were things? You had to put the quarters in, you had to try and reach the operator. Those were kind of being phased out when I was growing up. I think I've seen one. I think that was it though. Misty on the glass now, rusty on the floor, here for years now. Click, click, drone. So I think he's trying to make a call there. Lifting the receiver, nobody I know. He's trying to reach someone. He even makes allusions to reaching someone when he says, over all the bridges. Bridges, of course, connect the same way that a phone line or a telephone call would connect to people. When he says at the end, misty on the glass now, like the condensation on the glass. Perhaps it's raining outside, so the difference in temperature is creating like a fog inside the glass. So he's been there for a while. Perhaps he's stuck there. Is he stuck there because of the rain, with trying to find shelter? Or is he stuck there because he's constantly trying to reach this other person? So either way, he's imprisoned and stuck, whether that's physically by the rain and the storm, or by his own heart and his own desires. Am I looking too far into it? I could be. Just reading on Wikipedia really quick. The song typically features music made using synthesizers and electronic percussion only, and the vocal in the verses is delivered in a cold robotic style by Foxx, with an anthemic single-word chorus. The lyrics feature Ballardian themes such as memory, architecture, dystopia, and cars. There are no great differences in length or content between the album and the single version, although an extended version did emerge years later and was used as the opening track on the Metatronic compilation album in 2010. So that's pretty much all there is for that on the information, besides a bunch of other stuff about reissues and stuff. We don't want to read that. I want the meat. Hey, and I almost said you guys can give me your meat. You guys can give me your comments and your thoughts down there below in the discussion comment boxes. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. Thank you for your meat. Thank you for being here. This is kind of awkward. It's like when two friends meet and one of you goes for the handshake, the other one goes for the fist, and then you have the whole